Hey Mike and Andrew, this is what I have in mind for the lab this week for Physics 1250. So I have a temperature probe that's inside of this, whatever you want to call it, cork thing. So there's two holes in the cork. I don't know if you can see that. So one hole for a tube and one hole for a temperature probe. I have, there's Teflon tape wrapped around this temperature probe to try to make a seal. The Teflon tape is here. I'll try to leave this on the desk for you guys. But the idea is that I take this, and then we use this heat engine apparatus, which is also connected to a pressure gauge. And then that in turn is connected to Logger Pro, and so I can read off the temperature and the pressure, like so. And so the idea is that I have that, and then I have a hot bath here. This should be about 40 degrees centigrade. It shouldn't be hotter than that. By the way, there's a microwave in the back. But it shouldn't be hotter than that because then you run the risk of having pressures that are too high that the seals start to pop, and you don't want to do that. This is a cold bath. It's just room temperature water. Although you might imagine putting ice in there. I don't know what you want to do. But yeah, so there's a hot and a cold. So the idea is that, so we're going to measure the atmospheric pressure. So atmospheric pressure is 98.97 kilopascals. So you want the students to write that down. And then what you do is, the first task is really to figure out what is the volume of air that's inside of this thing. So what you want to do is you want to take this, I'm going to take this aluminum thing, stick that into there. You want to try to get that as tight as you can. And then without putting it in any kind of a hot bath, you can just sort of connect this thing like so. So I've connected it. And what I'll do, so now that this is connected, again, this is just sort of sitting on a table. Temperature is 21 degrees, almost 22. And now I can take this and I can pull it up. I'm going to pull it up. I have to hold it up, and the pressure is going down to, it went down to 89 a second ago. So what you really want to do is you really want to, let's sort of break the seal on that, let the air go back in. What you really want to do is you really want to hit acquire before you do that. So I'm going to hit acquire, and what you want to see is what is the lowest pressure that we get to when I do that. Okay. So I'm going to pull this thing up again, all the way. My pressure went all the way down to something like 89. Now the problem is that these valves are a little bit leaky, and so it'll go to its peak pressure and then it'll sort of come back. So you'll notice here that there's this little dip there. What you really want to know is what's the lowest pressure value at that dip, because that tells you how much the pressure has actually dropped. And that's sort of climbing back because there's various leaks in different places. Okay, so you want to do that. And then what you want to do is you want to sort of, you want to break the seal again, raise it up as high as you can.